Okay, back for round 3. Hand is a little bit risky, but pretty much any lands gives us compulsive and let us do everything else, and we have turn to count spell available, worst case scenario. So should be good, I think. Turn 1 concede. I would take that. Okay, more like turn 1 takes ages to choose a play. It seems. Can we play opponents? Alright, they chose a land. Probably Reanimator. Counterspell should be great against Reanimator. Venser should be pretty good too. White was certainly a good top deck. I guess it could also be a green or black survival or recurring nightmare deck of some sort. Yeah, if the opponent is gonna spend a lot of resources in doing stuff and we're gonna get to counter that whatever stuff they do, it's not gonna go super well for them. Could imagine them discarding Griselbrand and nope. Looks like they want to play around counters. Yeah, I mean, we are just drawing lands naturally, so we have no reason to compulsive research. Now if they reanimate something strong, we can even control magic, which is even better. Eat the charm. Sure, buddy. This is another piece of card disadvantage. So, like Mox Diamond. So it's like they already kind of lost 2 cards by playing Mox Diamond. Obviously, I'm not saying it's bad, but you know, what they're doing now has a cost, and they will possibly end up short on action. Now the question is, if they reanimate Ulamog, do we just let it happen because we have control magic? Or do we just counter just to be a little bit safer, knowing that they're running completely out of gas and that... Yeah, I don't even think I think we just counter. Nothing. I don't see any good reason to do anything right here. Next turn we can probably compulsive research, draw into an untapped blue, hopefully, and still hold counterspell. Looks like a makeshift Mannequin end of turn. Yeah, I think we'll let that happen. And just kill it with Venser. We could counterspell, but doing that uses the mana a little bit better and means we can potentially go Reflectomage plus counterspell on the following turn. Just send it back to the graveyard. There's a pretty big chance if they just reanimate something here again, we just control magic, and they might just concede. All in all, unless they have another plan coming, I don't really see us losing to Reanimator here. Now there's a bunch of powerful cards in this cube, so there's a bunch of potentially strong and powerful things could happen, but as it is now, like, you know, the opponent could go, you know, reanimate plus give haste to the thing at instant speed. Yeah, I mean, we could go for the super duper safe line of Reflector Mage that plus hold count spell. I think we just deal though. Even if somehow they deal with control magic, we get heat. Oh, it's actually ancient creature. No, okay. Should have made sure, but maybe it was ancient creature. Oh, it's in a graveyard. Because sometimes, you know, if it's ancient creature you control, ancient creature you own, well, it doesn't really exist, but some enchantment with fizzle and go to the graveyard if you are not controlling the creature anymore. So it's not the case here. But like if you try to steal a creature that enchanted by an aura as a ancient creature you control, the aura will just go to the graveyard. Now, yeah, again, not really the case here. You have an Entombed Faceless Looting. Okay, well, I don't really see how this could go poorly. Yeah. So black-red Reanimator, splashing blue for a probably Kiki-Jiki combo. So Grixis Reanimator combo. Alright. I think we should have a decent matchup here. So I don't think Moat is... I guess Moat kind of beats Deceiver Exarch. It doesn't really beat any Ulamog. It's actually good, yeah. It's not gonna let you beat a Griselbrand or a Pestomite, but it's kind of gonna beat everything else. Banisher Priest I think is pretty good against reanimated creatures. Crusader could be a fast clock, but I'm not sure how good exactly it is. Lightning Helix does deal with Kiki-Jiki and Pestomite. Doesn't really deal with Exarch plus Splint Twin though. Cheap Removal's good. Reflector Mage is amazing. Diapan probably can't beat Glenlandra. Control Magic's nice, as we've seen. I think Resto Angel's kind of mediocre, actually. In this matchup, Venser's great. Anything that can bounce is great. We have a lot of bounce, which is actually even better than removal against Reanimator. I think we just got Resto for Banisher Priest, have a little bit more cheap removal. I guess Baneslayer and Angel of Invention are not that great. Probably can cut Angel of Invention for Mirror and Crusader. Just both are finishers, except Crusader comes a little earlier and is a little bit cheaper. I guess Walking Ballista is kinda good against Makeshift Mannequin, but that seems like a little bit too specific of a use to actually be, you know, good. Is that good? With the second white it would be great because we would just have a cheap removal to not get reanimated. As it is, it's a little bit risky. Obviously if we draw the second white it's amazing, we can deal with something early, then we have Cryptic set up. Truth is Coercive Portal and Baneslayer are not that great in this matchup. And here if they have a turn 2 Ulamog, which they could, given what we've seen, we are in quite a bit of trouble unless we draw white. How many white sources can we draw? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Caracas also amazing as Reanimator. 6, 7, 8. That's not a lot, like that's less than a fourth. Hand is not bad. I think we need to make sure we don't just die right away. Well, this one is pretty horrendous, but I guess it got just worse and worse. I guess I should have kept the first one, not get too greedy. Cannot really keep that, even though it's good in the matchup. Okay, that's great. I actually don't really want to show the Caracas. I guess this let us Manatize, reanimate on a non-legendary creature. Yeah, I'm probably still supposed to play Caracas. But I would have been pretty happy if they spent a couple of resources reanimating something legendary, and you know, we could have Caracas the thing. Yeah, or Manatize that Rain Maggot. Alright, feels bad. Feels bad. Yeah, I should have played Caracas. Sometimes there's a little bit of value in slow rolling it, so they might spend some resources, mana, and whatnot in getting a legendary creature on the battlefield, and then you can just get a pretty huge tempo swing, whereas if you play it first, they will know about it and not play whatever they have. Here, it was just wrong what I did. And now they get to take our only Ringvol. I guess we just top deck another one, though. This thing happens to be an enchantment, so we can disenchant it. Imp not looking too hot for them. Probably worth taking one and make sure they don't resolve a 2-mana spell here. That was a potent top deck. Good news now, if we just draw lands, we should be good thanks to, well, now Research, but Confluence and Command. Alright, well, since they can't reanimate end of turn here, given no, they don't have 4 mana for the Makeshift Mannequin, I'm not too worried about stepping out for Research. Well, it's gonna be 2 cards. It's gonna be Baneslayer for sure, and probably Manatize actually, which, since they know about, doesn't look too good. And now we have like Cryptic, Confluence, 2 good Removal, though unexpectedly absent can't recast that now. I think we have pretty much a lock most of the time. Unless we randomly die to, I don't know, Emrakul plus Shallow Grave, or, I don't know, through... Well, I guess they don't have mana for Through the Breach, but... Animate Dead might be Baneslayer. That is fine. It's actually kind of good because I can bounce it back to my hand. Or to the top of my library. Glen Elendra Archmage. I don't think we cast that quite yet. I'm not sure we want to take 5 either. I don't think tapping out changes a lot of things here. Probably just gonna bounce that before damage and draw a card. Alright. We both mulligan to 5. The thing is, since we have a control deck with card advantage, it is a lot less, you know, bad for us. So do we just play Glen and expose ourselves to a reanimated Ulamog here? End of turn. I guess they mill us for 20, and then we kind of lose. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing that. Because again, we can play Glen, in response they discard Ulamog, reanimate it. I think it's there's almost no chance they do actually have that, but it's probably one of the only few ways we still lose, so... Where we can just wait, draw... And next turn we probably have enough mana to Glen. and have Karak as backup in case they do have the end of turn. Okay, well, that's pretty good. You got me. Alright, well, we can still go for our line now very safely. Next turn we can go with Baneslayer, Glenn backup, and that should seal the deal. If they play creature, we just deal with these. And if they play non-creature, we just, you know, Glenn, so... Probably should be a lock here. If they are just looting with it's a charm here, yeah, sure. I guess they get better card quality, but they are still losing cards at the end of the day. And it's just a matter of 1 or 2 turns since they are until they are completely out of gas, and we'll still have plenty of things going. So Dark Dwellers, Karn. So I guess their deck might be a little bit more controlling with Dark Dweller and Karn in there. That is pretty good. So I guess I can discard a card. Well, I guess once they have Threshold, this thing cannot block, so... I don't think we need more blue. Probably just gonna grab a Plateau, drop that, hold Glenn plus Caracas. Yeah, I have no idea how they get out of that. We're just kind of it's been a light theme today with this deck, I guess. Yeah, I think we got some pretty solid draws. We got quite lucky overall, but... And we did not I mean, more than anything else, we did not really face any super strong draw. Like, all the things our opponent did during the draft were not super impressive because, you know, they mostly had kind of clunky draws, I guess, or draws that did not match up well against what we were doing. And so locking games and just completely taking control was fairly easy, despite again having kind of maybe a little bit too slow and clunky curved blue-white deck. But things worked out. Hope you guys enjoyed the draft. Definitely drop a like if you did. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you for another one pretty soon.